how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Liverpool against Brighton. Big FA Cup game at Anfield. It's a very surprising lineup for Liverpool and for Brighton, to be honest. I wasn't quite sure whether we'd see Chiesa tonight, whether we would see... I don't know who was going to play right back. I have no idea exactly how the teams are going to be structured. I think we'll see Chiesa through the middle at centre forward. I think Brighton... I mean, listen, we'll go through the Brighton game, of course. Brighton lineups as well. Let's have a look at the lineups while we've got time now. Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Szoboszlai right back. You can see him over here if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. You can see the lineups right next to me. Alisson, Szoboszlai, Konate, Van Dijk and Kerkez at the back. Is it Szoboszlai at the back? Is it Jones at right back? We don't know yet. Alongside Jones or Szoboszlai in midfield will be Alexis McAllister. Florian Wirtz again playing in that pivot in the 10. And then it's going to be Salah off the right. Gakpo off the left. Chiesa off the left. One of those two off the left and the other one at centre forward. We don't yet know. For Brighton, I am really interested to see Harry Howell starting his second game in a row. Young 17-year-old Harry Howell starting for Brighton. Brighton one win in their last 12 games in league football. You have to go back to November, I think, for the last Brighton win, and I think wasn't that against Burnley? Yeah, it's a bad run of form that Brighton are in. They did beat United at Old Trafford in the last round of the Cup. That's the one thing that is going in their favour, of course. But it's a very difficult one to see them winning at Anfield. It could well be that it take us to extra time, though, because we are stretched. Undoubtedly, we are stretched tonight. It's on TNT, so you can watch it on TNT tonight. Inter against Juve as well is on the other side on TNT. But it's on TNT Sports 1, FA Cup football. For Brighton, it's Steele in goal, Kadioglu, Dunk, Van Hecke and Veltman at the back. Hinshelwood will probably play at right wing back. It might well be that Brighton go 5 at the back tonight. Gross and Baleba in midfield with Gomez. Maybe Howell as well tucking into midfield, and then Kostulas as the lone striker. I actually think we're going to see Brighton play with a 5-4-1 tonight. That's how I'm seeing it lining up anyway. Oxford fan, why is the Liverpool logo so big? I have no idea what's going on with the Liverpool logo tonight. It feels like it's a bit all over the place. I have no idea what's going on. It's not my setup. I outsource that. I have no idea. I can't fix it. I have to wait for them to fix it. Yo, Raf, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. Lee G says, how's you, mate? What's your score for the match? Oh, Lee G, sorry. Lee G. Apologies, Lee. What's my score for the match? I think 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Brighton actually score first. Reggie says, great game, that bloody hate Villa. NUFC, Sam, how's it going, Sam? Eddie Howe, masterclass. Jake, how's it going? Yeah, what are you thinking for the chat? What are you thinking for the game tonight? Should we do a combined 11 lineup? In fact, is that worth even doing? Looking at the Brighton team, is there any Brighton players that get in that Liverpool lineup tonight? Do you think? If you could pick any player in that Brighton team, is there anyone that really does get in the Liverpool lineup? I'm not sure. Baleba? Possibly. What a win, says Joe. Drop a like on the stream, ladies and gents. Yeah, please do. Key, my granddad said he's at Anfield in the Cop. Love that. Love that. Salah's crap. Cows and Goats is absolutely Mitoma. Alfie, first time I've seen you not watch Arsenal. Well, good to have you in, Alfie. We watch Arsenal maybe once a week if they're on. But yeah, every other day I'm live. Six days a week. I'm live not watching Arsenal. I'm live 7 days a week. But if Arsenal are only playing on one of those days, I'm still live 6 days a week watching other teams. Brighton have thrown the towel in with that lineup. Do you think the lineup's a bit skew-whiff? Louis says, how did Villa lose? It wasn't a great performance from Villa in the end, I didn't think. Isaac says, sob on the Holtz. Ole, ole, sob on the Holtz. I don't even know. Says, do you hate Arsenal because of us fans or the actual club? I don't hate Arsenal. Yeah, I don't hate Arsenal at all, mate. I hate neither the fans nor the club. Rodri has been charged by the FA. I like that Liverpool jacket. Very much like that jacket. That guy, who would you rather win the league? Manchester City. Yeah, Manchester City. You hate Man U, though. I do hate Man U. Yeah, I do hate Man U, and I think the feeling is very much mutual. United fans hate Liverpool. Liverpool fans hate United. It's very much just how it is and how it should be. I wouldn't expect anything less. Arsenal fans hate Spurs. Spurs fans hate Arsenal. There's nobody going into a Spurs live, a Spurs fan channel, and saying, "Why do you hate Arsenal so much?" Because it's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it always will be, and I wouldn't expect any less. I don't even know. Says just asking. Seen a lot of talk on the dreaded Twitter. Well, listen. Some of the fan reaction channels seem to be clipping me up, which is always appreciated. But a lot of them clip me up. And then, reinforce it by saying it's just Arsenal hate, it's Arsenal hate. All this guy does is hate Arsenal, and all this guy does is watch Arsenal. It couldn't be further from the truth. Like I said, we watch every team, and we watch different teams every single day on here. Reggie says, yeah, 4 or 5 changes for Brighton from the game at Villa. I think Liverpool have gone full strength. Slot hungry from Silver. You think that's full strength for Liverpool? No Ekatike, no Gomez, no Gravenberch. There's at least 3, maybe 4 players in there I would say Liverpool would be starting. Mikey, if Man United somehow won the league, would you shave your head? No. Excuse me. That guy says, why do Liverpool fans want City to win the league? Well, I can't speak for all Liverpool fans, mate, but I want I want City to win. I don't really care who wins the league if it's not Liverpool. But if I had to choose, like if you're backing me into a corner, I've got to choose one of City or Arsenal. I choose City because I think City play better football. That's it. There's nothing more untoward than that, really. I think City play better football. Ben, banter is fun, but bro, you have a next level agenda. I don't have a next level agenda. What, just to say that I think City play good football? Listen, everyone has different takes and opinions, and that's fine. I think City play better football than Arsenal. There's nothing really more to it than that. Reggie, where are we up to? Sorry, I don't even know. Says, I hope Liverpool win this. I want a competitive FA Cup. And Christopher Malanga says, Liverpool win today. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. We've got a fantastic quiz at half-time ready for you. I think you'll like it. We always have a half-time quiz, as you know. We've got lots of people in the chat who always bring a quiz as well sometimes. So we might have multiple quizzes going on. Zip God, it's all banter. Sounds a bit Richard Keys, doesn't it? It was just banter. Chapo, what a load of rubbish. You hate everything about Arsenal. I don't hate everything about Arsenal. I grew up liking a lot of things about Arsenal. Arsenal were maybe one of my... Well, I won't go as far as saying a second team, but you stopped United winning league titles, so I liked Arsenal an awful lot growing up. Shell says, have you got a drink, Key? Don't forget your water. Right here, Shell. I've got it. I'm hydrated. I'm ready to go. Obi says, to be fair, I am an Arsenal fan, but City definitely play better footy. I mean, yeah, I think so too. I'm sure other people disagree, but that's fine. Mr. Edwards, big up Key. What was Chris Kavanagh on today? He had an absolute shocker, didn't he, Chris Kavanagh? It was a really poor refereeing performance from him. And we're off at Anfield. Yeah, Newcastle were really, really unlucky to be 1-0 down at half-time. But I absolutely believe they were the better team and deserved to win that game. Right, Brighton have gone long straight from kickoff. No surprise. Probably direct football. If you've got a chance of beating Liverpool, it's direct football will win the day. Florian Wirtz pressing very high from the front. He's almost playing as our centre forward. I mean, he's the furthest Liverpool player forward, Florian Wirtz. Doob, pure wool. I am a wool, mate. Yes, I am a wool. I'm a St. Helena. As always. Love it. Cow and Goat says, nah, both Arsenal and City are anti-football. Dreadful football. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't like Arsenal's style of play, but I think City's is marginally better. Jabber, high key, high chat, up the Albion. Listen to him. 3 stars says extra time and penalties, please. Brighton with Europe for them for next week as well. We need these Scousers softened up for their visit to Fortress Forest next week. Canate clears it away. And Reggie says, no jeopardy for Liverpool today. Straightforward win on the cards. Don't listen to you. Listen to you. I already know your game. Let's just build up a little bit of tension, Key. Let's put all the pressure on Liverpool. Make it a nice, easy, straightforward win. Even though Liverpool have rotated and we're playing a good side in Brighton. No, let's make it straightforward. Should be an easy win, this. Listen, I know your game. P.O., what are you going to do when Arsenal win the league? Probably just go on living my life, mate. Just the same as I've always done when anyone else has won the league other than Liverpool. I assume that wasn't the answer you were looking for. Sorry, I meant book a session with my therapist and cry. Jake, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. Brighton down the right-hand side. Come on. No, just curious. Well, what answer were you expecting there? What possible answer do you think I could have given? What am I going to do when Arsenal win the league? Book a holiday. book a holiday. Gareth 1978, do what we've done in the last 30 years. Well, yeah, it's not like I've not got experience of watching another team win the league. It happens. Reggie says 2-0 Liverpool, and Shell says new manager bounce 3-star. Well, you'd expect Forest to win. The way they battered us at Anfield earlier this season. All pressure's on Forest there. Good result for Newcastle. Very good result, wasn't it, Gareth? Yeah, really good. And a good away performance. Albeit Newcastle have done better away from home recently. It feels like Newcastle seem to be thriving away from St James's Park, and Villa the same in many ways. Villa's away form's been fantastic. Their home form's been dreadful. That's actually their 3rd defeat at home in a row, isn't it? They lost at home to 10-man Brentford. They lost at home to Everton before that. Now they've lost to Newcastle in the FA Cup. So three home defeats on the spin. Pinhead Gang. I heard Amorim is available when Yall sacks Slot. You heard that, did you? I don't think it's necessarily news. I mean, he's been sacked from United for some time. Malcolm, do you know Eagle, the Arsenal fan? I'm not familiar with him. No. Should I that's not a dig, by the way. I don't follow enough content creators, really, I guess. I know maybe the majority that seem to be at the topper end of the spectrum in terms of they've been around a long time and I should know them, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say I can speak intelligently about them. I don't, yeah, I'm sorry. That's not a dig. Why? Why'd you ask, Malcolm? Andy says, I can think of worse teams winning the league like Man City. They've just bought success. And Gareth says, I am though. That's why I don't know how I got here, but I'm chill. Well, to be honest, mate, you probably got here if you watch football and like football. Then, I mean, I don't know if you like watching football other than Man United, but that's what we do here. We watch football. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan, I'll watch anyone other than Liverpool as well. So every single day of the week, we're watching a game of football on this channel. Even over the summer months, we watch football together. That's what this channel's about. None of this tribal nonsense. We do a bit of that, don't get me wrong. There's still banter. We like a bit of banter, but ultimately, we like watching football matches and chatting footy together. That's what this channel's about. Kamani's Arsenal chat. Lovely to see you, mate. How's things? Blue Moon says, home defeats. What you know of witnessing home defeats? What, Liverpool? Quite a bit, to be fair. We've lost quite a bit at home this season. Maybe not quite as much as Everton have. Or Villa recently. But we've lost a fair bit at home. It's not necessarily Fortress Anfield anymore, is it? I'm good. How about you? Yes, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Canate all the way back to Allison. Ryan says, Key, is this on BBC? Because if you pay TV licence, you can show the game because you partially own the BBC. No, it's not on BBC, mate, no. And I'm pretty confident I couldn't show it anyway. Because then there's some people who don't have a TV licence who it would be being broadcast to. So no, you can't do that. That's the one, that's not true. And two, it's not on BBC anyway. It's on TNT. King Sloth tuning into a Liverpool hate watch. Good lad. Pinhead Gang says Carrick getting 13 points from his first 15 is great, actually. Yeah, it's very good. He started well. He's got manager of the month. Didn't think we'd see that. Cheryl says Key's too busy watching Toffee TV, Malcolm. I do watch a bit of Toffee TV. They're good lads. And Blue Boys Network as well. They are probably the two that... they're probably the two Everton fan channels that I watch. Royal Blue podcast's quite good as well. Good lads. Jabba says, that's right, Key only watches Everton fan channels. I mean, that's categorically not true. I watch every sort of fan channel. I was speaking to a Bournemouth fan earlier today about potentially appearing on the Premier League Dad podcast, which is hopefully coming up soon. Still trying to get all the ducks in a row for that. Ben says, didn't realise Dunk had been at Brighton since 2010. League One to the Prem. Yeah, he's been a real servant to Brighton, hasn't he, Dunk? Really good player. Hick M. Joy. Who's Tommy? Ben, where are we up to? Shell says, he told you this today. Like 8 minutes in, we're hoping for a better performance from Liverpool. The away performance against Sunderland was very good. The home performance against Newcastle was very good. I thought the home performance against City was very good, to be honest. But a better result all round would be most welcome. King Sloth says, Key, what do you make of the Spurs manager? Can't say I know him. He's been causing trouble wherever he's been, basically, Igor Tudor. He seems to ruffle feathers a lot. Doesn't necessarily seem the safest to point. When the whole sort of conversation about who's going to be the next Spurs manager was had, I would never ever have predicted Igor Tudor in the top 10. If I reckon I could have wrote down 10 managers that I think it will be before him, and Igor Tudor definitely wasn't on that list. Hicks says, Key, why do you hate Arsenal so much? I don't, mate. Don't hate Arsenal at all. Oxford fan, will that be on Apple Podcast if that happens, Key? Yeah, but if it happens, yeah, probably. Joe, I thought you weren't doing it anymore. It's varying at the minute because I'm getting guests. Some guests saying, yeah, we'll do it, but it'll have to be this time, and then others saying, yeah, but it'll have to be this time. So I'm just trying to sort of get availability from everyone. It's tough. I remember trying to get 8 lads together for 9 lads plus me together for a bit of five-a-side on an AstroTurf game, and that was always hard. Getting 3 or 4 content creators to come on for a chat of football for an hour, Christ, impossible. Absolutely impossible. Joe Taylor, why do I see all these Liverpool fans watching at home? Probably because there's more Liverpool fans than 45,000, however many I don't know how many we've given Brighton, because it's an FA Cup. Usually you give bigger. It's usually that whole bottom row, isn't it, of Brighton fans? I don't know if it is tonight. Probably not, given that it's... No, it's not. As you can see, there's Liverpool fans there. So maybe 50, let's call it 50 then, just for a round figure. Let's say it's 50,000 Liverpool fans and 10,000 away seats. There's more than 50,000 Liverpool fans, isn't there? So I would assume more than 50,000. Some of them have got to watch it from home. Here's Salah into the penalty area, cleared away by Brighton. Is Gyökeres better than Darwin? No. Kingslaw says so he's definitely not going to be fit for the higher ups at Spurs, and they like a yes man. I think they're just rolling the dice maybe and just getting some guy in who, I don't know, maybe he's going to be, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe he's the only manager that they could get in who would accept the job on a 6-month basis. Because I think any other manager would want some sort of a guarantee beyond the season. And maybe Spurs have already got their man lined up for the summer. Maybe it's Oliver Glasner. Maybe it's Andoni Iraola, and they know that their new manager is going to be one of those two, and they needed a manager just to carry him to the end of the season. And then that pot of available managers becomes much smaller, doesn't it? You can't just go and get a top manager if you're only offering a 6-month contract. Wahid, what's your top 6 predictions? Top 6 predictions for me, mate, are Liverpool, Chelsea, probably in between 3 and 4. I don't know whether it's obviously Arsenal, City first, second, Liverpool, Chelsea, third, fourth, one of the two, and then you can flip a coin between Villa and United for 5th. Other one getting 6th. So there you go. I think it's between Villa and United for 5th. Liverpool and Chelsea be top 4. I think City, Arsenal. And yeah, it's tough. Kirkes into the box. Chance! Oh! Is he onside? Why has that been called back? Oh, offside. Great play that from Kirkes. Great play. Kingslaw says, don't think they'll go there. Ambitious managers. 14th isn't ambitious. It's an ambitious project though, isn't it? Ben says, someone thinks you hate Arsenal for the 95th time this week. Well, I know. Joe says, I thought you weren't doing it anymore. We've done that one. Sorry, Prince Rupert, have you seen all the clubs Tudor has managed in the past decade? It's a mad appointment. It is a bit frustrating, isn't it, from a Spurs fan's point of view? You'd think it's a bit underwhelming. DP2809, do you ever go to games? No, mate, don't go to games anymore. Like I said, I've been very lucky to go to Liverpool games all over the world. I've followed them all over Europe for 25, 30 years, near enough. But yeah, 2 years ago, I said that was the last time, and I won't go to a game anymore. That's me done. I last went to a game, last glint with my dad, European game at Anfield. Went to that one, and I've no intention of going back. Brighton into the box, great run, strike, got to get it away. Well done, Curtis Jones. Good lads. Brody, got to be taking the piss thinking it's between United and Villa for 5th. Your delusion is insane. Why? Why is that delusional? Do you not think Villa are falling off a little bit? 3 defeats at home in a row. Unai Emery, fantastically strong in the Europa. He's a really, really talented manager when it comes to the Europa and the UEFA Cup. That's his thing. And I think it would make sense as the season goes on. They would prioritise that more so than the league. Keith, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. How's things? I am a sofa. Did you hear that Arteta will part ways with Arsenal if he doesn't win the Prem? Nah, no chance. That's going to be a free kick for Liverpool just outside the box. Dunk brought down Wirtz. Yeah, no, I can't see him leaving. Government name unknown. How's it going? Good to see you, mate. Ryan says, what made you stop going? A few different things, to be honest, but mostly just... Yeah, there's a few different things. I've talked about it on previous streams, but it's a lot of different reasons. But I have absolutely no intention of going back. Absolutely no intention. Kingsloth, is that just a personal thing, Key, or was it a bad experience why you don't go to games? No, it's not. It wasn't certainly a bad experience or anything. I spoke about it a lot before on other lives. I just will not be going back to Premier League football matches. It's not a Liverpool thing either. It's not an Anfield thing. Salah, oh, unlucky. Probably should do better, actually. It's a poor delivery, that, from Salah. Yeah. No, I've got epilepsy, mate. So now you can't really go to Premier League football matches without encountering strobe lights in the build-up, especially on a night. So yeah, strobe lights, light shows in the build-up to games, all that stuff. It's something I just can't do. So, and one of the reasons was I used to go and watch Liverpool in Europe pretty frequently, and I was at the Roma semi-final. I was in Rome watching Liverpool in the Champions League semi-final, and it happened then at the Stadio Olimpico, and it happened in Seville. I was at the Roman Sanchez Pizjuan in Seville. Liverpool drew 3-3 that night. We were 3-0 up, and we ended up throwing it away to 3-3, and every single time there was a goal, the whole stadium's lights went bang, 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 bang. And it's, yeah, so, I mean, like, that now happens at pretty much every Premier League ground. It's pointless me going to games anymore, so I won't be going to games again. Jabba says, Key, never going back to Anfield, just like Everton. Ben says, they only cared about fans who are going to buy merchandise too. Well, there's a little bit of that now as well. That's not just a Liverpool thing. That feels like modern football, full stop, doesn't it? King Sloth says, my dad has the same thing. That's why he doesn't come with me. It's just one of them things, mate. It happens. The game's changed. The game's gone. So, yeah. That's why, to be honest, that's why it doesn't bother me when people come in and say, another one who's not at the games. I've been hundreds of games. I've been watching us at cup finals and all over Europe. I've been very, very lucky. I've had my time. Daytime games should be okay. To be honest, even daytime games though, they're still doing like demonstrations and stuff with it. It's just a risk. It's an unnecessary risk. I don't even notice who would Slot be replaced with anyway. Slot's going to be Liverpool manager next year, mate. There's no chance that Arne Slot gets sacked or resigns unless, come the end of the season, maybe we finish 6th or 7th, and I really don't think that happens at all. What do you think's happening to Salah? Why isn't he performing that well anymore? I wouldn't even say he's in our top 5 this season. I think Mo Salah is a player who needs to feel wanted. He needs to feel like he has his ego massaged, like you're the best player in the team and we're going to build this around you and all that. And it's quite evident that he's had his confidence knocked. I think we've seen a player with a bruised ego and a player who's now second-guessing himself on the pitch. I also think he's probably a player who was most hurt by the Diogo Jota thing. Like, Mo Salah was crying. People forget this. He was crying on the pitch. At full time in the first game of the season against Bournemouth. The guy's, I think, mentally been affected by it very, very deeply. And it's something that maybe isn't talked about enough. King Sloth doesn't make you a proper fan if you don't go to games, but you know more ball than half that go. Hey, it's whatever. It's not a competition. Keith says, weekend off for the Blues. I'm very well, thanks, Key. Good lad. Ninth Red says, Key, are you from Liverpool? I'm not, mate. No, I was born in St Helens, so I was born about 20 minutes. I was only born in St Helens. I was born in Wiston, but grew up in St Helens. So about 20 minutes from Anfield. But no, I'm not from Liverpool. No. Will, it's quite promising. Our Slot is giving other players a chance, like Kieran Morrison. And football is life, says Brighton are trash. Interesting. Vuyo, who do you think is going to win the World Cup? I think Spain. Can't see past Spain. Here's Salah into the box. Brighton get it clear. Shell says, horrible in it, Key. My son has to cover me when the lights start. He chucks his coat over my head. See, that's it. I just can't be bothered with all that, Shell, because you never know when it's coming. Never know when it's coming. And to be honest, it's fine anyway, because we're moving to Europe anyway by maybe later this year. So with a bit of luck, we won't even be in the country going forward. So when people ask next season, why don't you even go to games? I'll be like, well, because I'm living in Greece, or I'm living in Spain, or I'm living in Italy, or wherever it is we end up. So yeah, so the chances are I won't be in the country anyway. Crag's down the East Lancs Road. Yeah, just down the East Lancs. Great pass. Kirkes, can he keep it in? Great run. Well done. Corner kick. Liverpool will take that. Well done, lad. He's doing well, Kirkes. Doing very well. I was expecting more changes, to be honest. Maybe even Rio to start. I've not been that impressed with Rio when he has started. I know it's only got the one. Obviously, the League Cup I thought was a good opportunity for him. I can understand why he's hesitant to put him in. I really can. Kirkes has been great so far. Kirkes has been he was our best player, I thought, against City. Corner from Liverpool. Gakpo, far post, easy claim from the keeper, that. Ryan, what nationality are you converting to? I won't be converting nationality. Takes probably 5 years plus to get citizenship. Prince Rupert, Greece, Key looking to dodge those taxes. Just a better life, mate. Better life in Greece or Spain, or we've looked at Turkey, Croatia, Italy, loads of places you can go. Craigism says the UK is dying. Don't blame me for jumping ship. I want to move to Canada. Do it, mate. As soon as you can. I would encourage anyone to. Especially if you've got a young family like me. No chance I'm staying in this country. Not a chance. Nothing here for me anymore. Surely Rio will feature at some point here. I think it's wise to bring Rio on if maybe we're in front and, you know, the game's going well, then we can bring him on for the last 15 minutes. But I wouldn't be bringing him on unless we absolutely have the luxury of doing so, or we're desperate, which is maybe more likely. It's a great run this from Szoboszlai. Good pass over. Gakpo, got to find the right chance. Oh, unlucky. Cleared away. Liverpool playing really well here. This is good play. Gakpo now. Over to Curtis. Curtis, good pass to Mo. Chiesa in the box. Come on. Good run. Just runs it straight out of play. Difficult. HGTXV says, might sound bad this, but I think Anfield needs to stop singing the Jota song at minute 20, or at least not every single game. Let's move on as a club and a fan base. I've heard that before, and I've heard fans say that, but I just don't really see the downside in us singing it. I don't think singing Jota's name on the 20th minute really, I mean, does that kill the atmosphere? I'm not sure it does. I think if anything, it's like a 20-minute wake up to everyone. I've heard people in the ground tell me that actually the atmosphere has flattened after it, but then it's also spiked after it sometimes as well. So I don't think it has neither a negative or a positive effect. It's just a nice thing that we do, and if that's something that makes the fans feel a little bit more, I'm sure his family appreciate it. I don't know. I don't think it affects the players mentally anyway. Robert says, Key, are Newcastle back after going through a season struggling to win away? We're now 2 on the bounce. I don't think Newcastle are back. I won't say you're back, but it's a good win. It's a really good win. Vuyo, love your content, Key. Much love from South Africa. Lots of love to you, mate. Lots of love. Rasta says, too much rain in England, fam, honestly. Oh, yeah, there is definitely the weather that's worth looking at. Jabba says, Key to settle in Monaco next door to Sir Jim. No, thank you. Government name unknown. Why did Szoboszlai pass to Gakpo instead of Chiesa running through the middle? Didn't pick his pass right, did he? It loses any meaning if it's every game. Hey, listen, sometimes people just... I think it's a nice gesture, but I don't think it really has any negative connotations anyway. Shell says, hoping Morsey sees sense and brings Brendan Graham into the first team. He's flying at the minute, isn't he? Sorry, Braden Graham. Prince Rupert says, Szoboszlai will be struggling with a back injury from carrying this Liverpool team all season. You must be joking. Szoboszlai has dipped a little bit recently, if anything. You know, he's had a good season, a very good season, but I think Wirtz has been our best player the last few months. Long ball forward, Brighton with the flick on. Van Dijk wins it. Good touch. Gakpo. That's not a foul, ref. Come on. That's never a foul. It's never a foul. Mekuki Semeyi Arsenal. If you don't talk about Arsenal, you are boring and irrelevant. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Elite says, what do you think to what Ratcliffe said? I'll be honest, mate, I don't really pay attention to what he says. I didn't see the interview. I heard the headlines and stuff like that, and there was outrage over it, but I have no idea to what he said. It doesn't surprise me to what he said. I got the gist. Let's say that. I got the gist from the headlines, but I don't know. I didn't read the interview. I didn't watch the interview. And it seems like one of them as well. When he's been called out on it, what he's actually said, isn't it, is, I'm sorry if you felt offended. It's true, but I'm sorry you felt offended. It's not really an apology, that, Jim. You either got it wrong or you didn't get it wrong. And if you didn't get it wrong, then you know, own it, to be fair. I actually would have, and I don't know what he said, but whatever your opinion, I would have an awful lot more respect for people if they owned it. Take it, own it, say what you've got to say it, and then allow it to be sort of challenged and have an open mind about it. What you can't do, and what's ridiculous, is when people say something with such conviction, and then as soon as someone calls them out on it, go, oh, well, yeah, listen, I'm sorry if you felt I got that wrong. Just don't be a shitbag. Say what you've got to say. Say what you got to say. Dan Owen up the mags, bad officiating. Yeah, it was a really poor game for the officials, wasn't it? We're giving away cheap fouls. And Jabba says, did I just hear Key call Sobbo a dip? A dip? He's had a dip. Ratcliffe can't say much when he doesn't live in England. Tax dodging. Another injury. Yeah, Chiesa. I think he's up now. He's okay, but he was looking for it. Look at it. He's screaming at Van Hecker. Jabba says, imagine being an Arsenal fan discovering that mostly everyone supports other clubs. And Key says, just start supporting Arsenal, Key. Jesus, I know. They're desperate to recruit me, aren't they, these Arsenal fans? Absolutely desperate to recruit me. Switched over to the right-hand side. Pull back to Canate. Allison. Keith says, I told him the other day he should just start cheering like mad every time Arsenal score. Melon, I wouldn't want you supporting my club. Why? Who's your club, Chief? Who's your club? Madhall says Monaco is being colonised by rich folks. And Rasta says Newcastle and teams like Villa need to spend more to push themselves further up the league with bigger squads. They'll end up selling their best players to bigger teams or teams in Europe. Strike! Oh, unlucky, just wide from Curtis Jones. That was a corner, ref. How have you not give that? Good effort from Curtis. Most insufferable bloke on this app. I'm glad you've told me, mate. Glad you've stuck around to tell me. Vuyo says, if Salah leaves, who do you want as a realistic Salah replacement? Well, Elise has been mentioned. I think Elise would probably be up there on most people's shopping list. I'll be honest, I'd quite like Jared Bowen. Even if whether West Ham stay up or go down, I love Jared Bowen. I think he's a phenomenal player. So, yeah, personally, I'd want Jared Bowen to come in just to give us that immediate uplift. I think he'd be brilliant. But something tells me we're not going to get that sort of a player. Unless West Ham go down and there's a bargain to be had, we're not going to pay 50 million quid for a 29-year-old Jared Bowen. Like, that's not going to happen. But we might do if they get relegated and maybe there's an option for him to get in for like 30 million, then possibly. Verts has been a bit quiet this game. He's not really got into it as much just yet, has he? Salah and Chiesa are almost playing as a two up front. Jared Bowen at Villa would be good. Good attempt from Jones then, yeah. Reece said, there's places you can move to where you enjoy the best of both worlds, a nicer, healthier climate, a more relaxed pace of life, but still be surrounded by British culture with only a need for pigeon. Spanish Benidorm or Mallorca, for instance. Yeah, I mean, listen, to be honest, I'm not even necessarily craving British life abroad. It's just a lot of different things. Mostly, yeah, healthier lifestyle. It's going to be sunnier. It's going to be a lot less expensive. Yeah, a lot cheaper. You can get a lovely house. You can lovely house by the sea. Beautiful. That's the plan. Rasta says if Forest go down, there's some good players there for picking, like Anderson. Yeah, Elliot Anderson would be one. Morgan Gibbs-White I wouldn't mind at Liverpool either. Here's Brighton. They've picked it up here. Carlos Baleba. Harry Howell. Princess Bowen seems very on and off to me as someone who is a West Ham Fan TV subscriber and listen to them often. I mean, do you think that's because of the fact that maybe there's a lot more expected of him? Like, it feels like Jared Bowen has been the guy to dig West Ham out the shit pretty much every time they've needed him to over the last however many years. And this time he's not quite doing it. So when it's not him doing it, I can understand. I mean, I think Tati Castellanos has been a really good signing for him. Madhouse says Bowen is a true pro. Love that type of player. This ref is annoying me, says Governor Name Unknown. And Keith Scott says, hey, sir, and now. What's Sarah saying? For what to win naff all? I'd rather let Jared Bowen go to Liverpool and Everton, but not Spurs. And Will says Key is going to move to Barcelona and become the next Barca legend like Xavi. %45 possession for Liverpool so far, opening half hour. It's rare you see Liverpool having less of the ball at Anfield than normal. What's up with Wirtz today? Just keeps giving it away and has heavy touches. I think all the teams we've just been a little bit off it in midfield. I feel like that's probably where the game's being won and lost. Brighton have got an extra couple of bodies in midfield, haven't they? Wirtz is getting crowded out there. Look at Baleba, he's basically man-marking Wirtz. So he's not getting much time on the ball. Elite Mail, which Swedish footballer once had a clause inserted into his Premier League contract which prohibited from travelling into space? That was Stefan Schwartz of Sunderland, wasn't it? We've had that question on the channel before. Really good question. I like that. Yeah. Reece says, you mean to say there'll be no Max 95s, Monty Rex sets and Union Jack towels in your wardrobe? And a Liverbird tattoo on your leg? No Liverbird tattoo on my leg. No tattoo on my leg, full stop. Stephen Hyde, did you enjoy your defeat last Sunday? What sort of question's that, Stephen? Who enjoys a defeat? Yeah, I loved it. Ask stupid questions, Stephen. You'll get stupid answers. Liam says, will you still do the channel when you move? Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's one of the main points in the channel, I guess, is that, having something that I can take over there. So yeah, absolutely. That's the plan, is to keep doing the channel, not only when we move, but while we move. So one of the things that we've got to do, because we've got dogs, is drive across Europe. That's going to be one of the most fun parts. The plan is that I'm going to basically sell everything, buy like what's it called now? Is it a Mercedes? You can get these like old Mercedes vans, right, which you can put most of the stuff in that we want to take, put the dogs in, and then me and my dad are going to drive across Europe. And we've said we're going to send the girls across, send my wife, my little girl, my mum, they're going. And it's going to be me and my dad driving across Europe with the dogs and our stuff in the back. And we're going to stop off, and we said we're going to take about a week and a half. And we're going to stop off in France. We're going to stop off in Spain. Well, France, Spain. Depends on where we end up. It might be Italy, it might be Germany, it might be Croatia. I don't know. But the plan is that we're going to drive across wherever we are going to. And we're going to take in a few grounds while we're there. Is that going to count? Yes! Cody Gakpo! Liverpool 1-0! Cody, surely that counts. What's going on? Is that getting ruled out? Why is that getting ruled out? Oh, behave yourself, ref. Behave yourself, ref. And it's not even for Gakpo. How sickening's this? It's not even for Gakpo. It's for somebody else on the line. Let's see. As Szoboszlai puts this in, is he offside? Yeah, he's offside. He's offside. Bar steward. Veto. That's the one, John Zena. Yeah, a veto. A veto. Mercedes veto we're getting. So we'll get a Mercedes veto. We're putting the dogs in the back. All the stuff in. And then me and my dad are doing a Euro trip. It's going to be wicked. Well, hey, what a shame. Isn't it a 9-seater? I think it can be, yeah, but you can flatten them down, can't you? You can flatten them down, some of them, and it makes the back quite big, and, you know, it's a big van. It's a big van. And it's not quite like a Sprinter, but it's enough that you can comfortably drive your stuff around and get a couple of dogs in. And I'm talking about actual dogs, not, you know, not the wife. Salah in the box. Hit it. Oh, unlucky. Better. Rasta says, great to hear you're a family man, good values. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely a family man. Nothing more important in life. Elite Mail, is it true that Pogba buried a hyena under the pitch of Old Trafford and cursed Martial in the process as he witnessed it? I've never heard that before. How many times have we seen Salah miss this season? I mean, I don't think that was such a bad miss, to be fair, mate. But he's been very poor. He's been very underwhelming, Mo Salah, hasn't he, all season. Coley, travelling what car? It's going to be Mercedes Vito is what we're looking at. Yeah, we'll be getting a Mercedes Vito. Tristan is lonely. Just wanted to say hi. Watching from America. Up the Reds. Yes, Tristan. Love that, mate. Lovely to see you. Kirkers down the left side. Hit it. Oh, unlucky. That's a corner, Liverpool. Good save from Steele. But Kirkers, I tell you what, he's rapidly becoming one of my favourite players at Liverpool. That's a massive thing. Missed Arsenal podcast says late call, but the right call. And Reece says your parents are moving with you. That makes it more appealing and less isolating. Familiarity and strength in numbers emotionally. Absolutely, yeah. All of us going together. Jabba says Key will find the beach. Salad is on and stream from there. And Sama soundtrack. We need your tears. You'll get them if Arsenal lift the league at the end of the season. Or if Everton fans, as they claim, get Champions League footy. Joe says, are you sure you're not related to Shakespeare? He's so eloquent, isn't he, Reece? He's so eloquent. NUFC Sam, I'm so confused. Are you going on holiday or moving? I'm moving, mate. Claim for the handball. Penalty. Oh, shove in the back. Behave yourself. That was never a shove. That was handball. Look at Van Hecker. Even Van Dijk shoving him and saying, you, my fellow Dutchman. That was handball. Yeah. Ogana says, I thought the goal got ruled out. It has been ruled out, mate, yeah. Prince Rupert says, that's bizarre doing bleep tests mid-season. Don't recall him ever doing that for us. Hope Pereira keeps it up, but I think it's a risky appointment. Normal guy, good to see you, mate. How's things? Sam, nice word. We don't know yet, mate. Could be Spain, could be Greece, could be Italy, could be Croatia. It'd be sometime after the World Cup. But before the new season, basically. That's the plan. After the World Cup, but before the new season. What a ball for Kirkes too. He's done really well, Kirkes. What is that fella doing in a giant seagull outfit? There's a giant seagull in the away end. Rasta says, since Salah got that bumper contract, his form has dipped. Otherwise, from his good mate Jota. Yeah, I mean, I think the Jota thing did affect Salah maybe more than most. Seems to be a good guy, Salah. But his form has definitely been affected. What a run this is, and that's a foul and a yellow card for sure, Belabor. Must be a yellow. Don't say first one. It's a yellow, mate, all day, every day. Sam, new setup soon. Probably not a new setup. It'll probably still look the same, to be honest. But it'll be a new camera. I'm trying to get a new camera. That's one of the things that I need to sort out. You know, because I'm such a good-looking chap. I feel like there needs to be more pixels on this face. Oh, Garner says if it was City playing against Liverpool and that Liverpool goal got ruled out, the Liverpool fans would have said City paid the ref. And government name unknown says, just give the ball to Kirkes and play for free kicks. So I was like, and smack one in. That's my game plan suggestion tonight. Seagull head. Come on. 40 minutes on the clock. What a pass that is from Wirtz over to Salah. This is incredible. Mo Salah, he's got Gakpo in the area if he finds him. Hit it, Chiesa. Terrible. Didn't get enough on it. It's gone behind. Oh, no, it's not. It's got a throw in. Throw in. Three stars says, since Moyes took over, the same players, Dyche should really stepped up and improved big time. And Break Limits Gooner TV. Good to see you, mate. Ryan Lamb says, I'll be happy if Everton get Europa League. I don't think Everton are getting Europe, but it'd be I can understand you'd be made up if they did. Here's Kirkes. Chance to put it in. What a pass. Oh my God, what a cross and what a goal. Curtis Jones. But Kirkes, who has honestly been our star for the last few games. Milos Kirkes, who was 40 million quid, this kid. At 21 years of age, I told you, with 21, it takes him some time to come in and adapt to how Liverpool play and the expectations. But he's come in, it's taken him a few months, and all of a sudden he's looking top quality. He's been phenomenal, and what a ball in that was. First time, Kirkes whips it in. Curtis Jones, run from deep. Let's just watch this back. Gakpo picks the ball up. Plays it back inside to McAllister. It's a bit fortunate how it breaks to Kirkes, but what a cross in that is. Curtis Jones runs off his man. I think Brighton will be a little bit disappointed there, but it's a great finish as well. Off the crossbar and in. And it's 1-0 Liverpool. Yeah, baby. The 5th round. We're going through to the 5th round. Brighton are out, I'm telling you. Great goal. It's a fabulous goal. It's an absolutely sensational goal. Yes, Tristan. Now Brighton have got to push out. This is where the first goal's so important. Look at Kirk. He's like a little tiger. What about that? That's brilliant. And it's a Liverpool throw. Is it a Liverpool free kick, that? We'll take it. Well done, Kirkes. I love him. He's rapidly becoming my favourite Liverpool player at the minute. He's so feisty. We've needed it. Do you know what? That was the big thing with Robertson leaving, or Robertson's probably going to go in the summer. We've needed a feisty shitbag of a defender, and he's very much that. He's in that. Love it, Milos. Love it. Some player, Milos Kirkes. The Mr. Arsenal podcast, do you reckon a cup saves Arne from the sack come May? To be honest, mate, I think even if we don't win anything at all and we finish 5th, I think that saves him. I'll be honest, I think it should be even lower. I think if he finishes 6th and doesn't win a cup, I'd keep him. But I think 5th and no cup is still a solid season for what Liverpool have had to deal with this season. 5th and no cup is fine in my book. Reece says, it's absolutely sod all to do with me, but how can you move somewhere with pre-sampling and make some scouting missions to a list of places, then make extensive pros and cons list of each destination? Eh? How can you move somewhere with pre-sampling? You'll have to clarify that one, Reece. Gary says, no way Slot goes. No, I agree, Gary. I don't think Slot's going anywhere. And Rasta says, can't see Liverpool losing this game, although Brighton's still going to give you guys a game. They will do, undoubtedly. Absolutely. Break Limits Gooner TV. Good to see you, mate. Has he got a channel in? No, he's not. I thought he had a channel. Poor fella. He's smashed it in multiple times and keeps getting comment deleted by the mods. Government name unknown, I told you, just passed to Kirkes. And Jabba says Reece was so close to winning the Shakespeare Award. without pre-sampling. Without pre-sampling. I don't know what you mean. Simon98, got any excuses tonight, Key? Excuses for what? How are you, mate? I'm good, mate, thank you. How are you? How are you? LFC Jake says, Key, did you see that Brighton fan with his seagull head on? I did, yeah. Yeah, we've just been talking about that. Shade, I'm good, thank you. Good man. Good to see you. What are your predictions for this one? Liverpool 1-0 up with 60 seconds to go before half-time. Brighton are in here, though. This could be 1-0, should be 1-0. What a save from Alisson Becker yet again. Who was that who fell on his arse? Was it Curtis? Diego Gomez probably should have scored there for Brighton. And now Liverpool on a counter-attack gives the ball away. That's so poor. So poor. Government name unknown, excuses for winning. I know, I was going to say, yeah, have you got any excuses for Liverpool being 1-0 up? It was Curtis Jones, lost his foot, and Alisson Becker with a big, big save. Did very, very well there. And UFC Sam says 1-1. Not 1-0, you made a mistake. What do you mean 1-0, you made a mistake? It's not, it's 1-0. It's Liverpool 1, Brighton 0. Where have you got 1-1 from? It's 1-0. Jabba says, I'd rather a cheese head than a seagull head. Packers fan here. And Verts gave it away again. Give it away again. What's up with him tonight? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. No idea. He's not having the best game tonight, but doesn't necessarily need to. You said should be 1-0 when Brighton got in there. Oh, did I? Sorry, it should be 1-1. Oh, well, I'm glad you guys don't make mistakes. Let's call out every error. Ian Barnes, garlic bread. 3 stars says he kept spamming the same message, mate. Powerpuff shot, passed it to Alisson. I think we might need to sub off Chiesa and Verts. Who for? We've got nobody else. Right, half time. Liverpool 1, Brighton 0. Half time. Time for the quiz. Yeah, time for the quiz. Will says, I think if we're winning, this is a great chance for Morrison, etc. to come on. I mean, I'm not blown over by any of the options on the bench, to be honest. Right. Let's do our little half-time quiz. If you want to join in, you're certainly welcome to. Right. We'll stick with a common theme tonight. I want you to tell me, if you can, the top 20 assisters for Liverpool in Premier League history. The 20 players with the most assists for Liverpool Football Club in Premier League history. Get your answers in the chat. That is the quiz for tonight's game. Tonight's halftime quiz. Liverpool's top 20 Premier League assisters. Get your answers in the chat. Firmino, Salah, Mane. Firmino is 6th. Roberto Firmino is 6th with 51. Salah is 2nd with 92. And Mane is 10th with 34. Jamie Carragher. No, not Jamie Carragher. Stevie Gerrard is 1st with 97. Correct. Paul Konchesky, no. Ian Rush, no. Gerrard we've got. David and Gog, no. Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson is 5th with 56. Trent is 3rd with 67. John Arne is correct, 18th with 24. Thought you'd get that, Prince Rupert. Fellow Norwegian. Kenny Dalglish didn't play in the Premier League for Liverpool. Reese says, say you decided on Greece and it was between Rhodes and Corfu, for example, you'd go on a mission to both a couple of times and see which suits you both. Then do charts of the pros and cons of each resort. Well, we're not doing that. The plan is to kind of move around a little bit, but what we're going to do is drive across to somewhere and stay there for like 6 months and see how we find it. Rubes, what's the question? The rewind button is a feature. It's very handy on YouTube. You can rewind very easily, mate. Buddy says it's poor considering they have about 4 kids on the field. What's poor? Coutinho. Coutinho is 9th with 36. Dirk Kuyt is 12th with 32. Ryan Babel. No, not Ryan Babel. Thiago, no. Milner is 15th with 27. Virgil van Dijk is not in the list. No, not Virgil van Dijk. Not Naby Keita. Jordan Henderson. Yeah, Jordan Henderson is 7th with 45. Not Nigel Clough, not Stan Collymore. Who else have you said? Yeah, McManaman. Yep, Steve McManaman is 4th with 61. John Barnes. John Barnes is correct. John Barnes is 13th with 28. Alonso. Xabi Alonso. No, he's not in the list. Coutinho we've already got. Patrick Berger is not in the list. No, not Patrick Berger. Michael Owen. Yeah, Michael Owen's in the list. He's 8th. With 37, which means you've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've got the top 11. You've got the top 11. Luis Suarez is 16th with 25. I'll tell you the ones you've got so far. The question is the top 20 assisters for Liverpool Football Club in Premier League history. So far, you've got number 18, John Arne. Number 16, Luis Suarez. Number 15, James Milner. Number 13, John Barnes. Number 11, Dirk Kuyt. Number 10, Mane. Number 9, Coutinho. Number 8, Michael Owen. Number 7, Jordan Henderson. Number 6, Roberto Firmino. Number 5, Andy Robertson. Number 4, Steve McManaman. Number 3, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Number 2, Mo Salah. And number 1, Steven Gerrard. They are your 20 players, but you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to get. 5 players left to get. Not Joe Gomez, not Sturridge, not Lallana. Not Lallana, no. You've already got John Arne. Fowler, Ryan Lamb. Yeah, Robbie Fowler is 12th. Robbie Fowler, 12th in the list with 29 goals. Not Ryan Babel. Dirk Kuyt, you've already got. Not Dietmar Hamann. No, not Dietmar Hamann. Not Peter Crouch Dean. We've already got Fowler. There's 4 left to get. You've got 16 out of the 20. There are 4 players left to get that you've not got in the top 20 Premier League assisters of all time for Liverpool. Vujo's got 1. Emil Heskey, he's number 20. He got 22 Premier League assists for Liverpool. Not Sterling, not Cisse, not Glenn Johnson. No, none of them are right. There's 3 players to go. Not Torres, not Joe Cole, not Sami Hyypiä. No, not Jamie Redknapp. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. If we get to half-time and we've still not got it, or if we get to the end of half-time we've still not got it, I'll give you some clues. Luis Suarez we've already got. Not Fabinho. Smash Mermaid is right. Danny Murphy is one of them. Number 14, Danny Murphy, 27 assists. Not Jamie Redknapp. No, not Jamie Redknapp. Not Anelka. Not Daniel Sturridge. Danny Murphy was in there, though. So you've got Danny Murphy at 14. Not Oxlade-Chamberlain. Jordan Henderson is in the list, but you've already got him. Jordan Henderson is 7th. The 2 players that you've not got, one is 17th with 25, and one is 19th with 24. Schmeitzer, Vladimir Schmeitzer, correct. Yeah, Vladimir Schmeitzer is correct. He's 19th with 24, and there's one player who's got 1 more assist than him. And he was from the 90s. He's a player from the 90s for Liverpool. Not Berger. No, it's not Berger. It's not Dietmar Hamann. It's not Sterling. It's not McAllister. Player from the 90s with 25 assists for Liverpool. Not Jan Molby. Not Kuhl. No. Not Sterling. No. Not Alexis McAllister. 90s player with 25 assists for Liverpool. That's what we're waiting on. Not Milner, not Barnes, not Sadio Mane. We've already got John Barnes. John Barnes was 13th. I'll give you the list again. The list again is Heskey at 20th. Then it's Schmeitzer. Then it's Rieser. Then it's this player at 17th. 16th is Suarez. 15th is Milner. 14th, Danny Murphy. 13th is John Barnes. 12th, Robbie Fowler. 11th, Dirk Kuyt. 10th, Sadio Mane. 9th, Philippe Coutinho. 8th, Michael Owen. 7th, Jordan Henderson. 6th, Bobby Firmino. 5th, Andy Robertson. 4th, Steve McManaman. 3rd is Trent Alexander-Arnold. 2nd, Salah. And 1st is Gerrard. Not Lucas, not Berger, sorry. Not Rob Jones, not Staunton, not Collymore. But Shell's got it right. It's Stig Ingerbjorneby. And Dean Parker got it too. It is actually Stig Ingerbjorneby, yeah. Stig Ingerbjorneby. What a fullback he was. Certainly a creative fullback. Took all of our free kicks at one point. Stig Ingerbjorneby. Played on the left, didn't he, really? For the most part. Norwegian again. Prince Rupert. I thought you might have got that one. But yeah, Stig Ingerbjorneby. He is the final answer. He finished in 17th. 17 assists. There you go. So that is the top 20 assisters in Liverpool history. Do you want to do the top scorers? Should we do the top appearance holders? Let's do top appearance holders. The most appearances for Liverpool in the Prem. Give us the most appearances for Liverpool in the Prem. Most of them do carry over, but there's quite a few who don't. Give us the most Premier League appearances for Liverpool. Top 20 most appearances. Dean's got it right. Carragher is the first one. Not Paul Ince, no. Not Florent Cinema Pongo. Carragher 508 according to this. Gerrard is next, yeah. Carragher first, Stevie Gerrard second. We're only talking Premier League, buddy. Ian Rush is not in there. No, Ian Rush is not the top Premier League appearance holders for Liverpool. Just in the Prem, yeah, just in the Prem. Trent and Hyypiä. Hyypiä is 4th. Trent is 10th. El Hadji Diouf. No, not El Hadji Diouf. Not Steve Nicol. Reina. Paulo Reina. Pepe Reina is 6th. Pepe Reina is 6th, yeah. Didier Man is not in there. No, I thought Didier Man might have been, but no, Didier Man is not in the top 20. Robbo is 8th. Alisson is 12th. Jordan Henderson is 3rd. Yeah, Jordan Henderson 3rd behind Carragher and Stevie, just ahead of Hyypiä. Virgil van Dijk is 9th. John Barnes, nope, John Barnes not in there. Daniel Agger not in there. Mostly Daniel Agger, sadly, injured, wasn't he? James Milner is correct, though. James Milner is 18th. Dean, good shout. Skirtle, surprising one, yeah. Skirtle is 14th. Andy Robertson we've got. Virgil, Henderson, Torres. No, not Torres. Not Torres. McManaman, yeah, McManaman is 15th. We've got Robertson. Heskey, no, not Heskey. Not Heskey. Salah, yeah, Mo Salah is... Where is Mo Salah? No. Mo Salah's not in there. Oh, he is, sorry. 5th. Mo Salah is in... I was thinking to myself, I'm sure he was. Mo Salah's 5th. So you've got the top 6. You've not got 7th. Of the top 10, you've got all the top 10 Liverpool appearance holders, but you've not got number 7. Lucas Leiva is in there. He's 13th. Torres isn't in there. Hyypiä we've got. Heskey we've tried. Alisson Becker we've had. Patrick Berger is not in there. Sadio Mane and Bobby. Bobby Firmino is 11th. Sadio Mane not in the list. Bobby Firmino is 11th. So far you've got Carragher, Stevie, Hendo, Hyypiä, Salah, Reina, You've not got number 7. Number 8 is Robbo, 9 Virgil, 10th Trent, 11th Firmino, 12th Alisson, 13th Lucas, 14th Skirtle, 15th McManaman. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to get. Not Emre Can. Alisson is 12th. Michael Owen, Dean. Yeah, Michael Owen is 19th. Not Dirk Kuyt. No, not Dirk Kuyt. Jamie Redknapp is correct, though. Jamie Redknapp is 17th. Not Isak. Not Sturridge. No. Alisson Becker, we've already got Rasta. Risa, yeah, Risa is 16th. So you've only got 1, 2. You've only got 2 left to get. You've got number 7. I'm sure... Oh, Robbie Fowler, there you go. DC, number 7 is right. So there's only number 20 left to get. There's number 20 left to get. Excuse me. Watching from Zambia, says Memory. Good to see you. Not Aga, not Risa. 1 player left to get in the top 20 Liverpool all-time appearance holders. And I'll give you a clue. He's actually the very first signing that Liverpool made in Premier League history. And there you go. Just say Andy's got him. It's David James. Calamity James. Number 20th in the list. So there you go. We've just done Liverpool's top 20 assisters and top 20 appearance holders in the list. Number 20, David James. 19, Michael Owen. 18, James Milner. 17, Jamie Redknapp. 16, John Arne. 15, Steve McManaman. 14 is Martin Skirtle. 13, Lucas Leiva. 12, Alisson. 11, Bobby Firmino. 10, Trent. 9, Virgil van Dijk. 8, Robertson. 7, Fowler. 6, Rayner. 5th, Salah. 4th, Hürzeler. 3rd, Henderson. 2nd, Stevie. And 1st is Carragher. So there you go. There's the half-time quiz. Liverpool about to get underway for the second half. Organa Peace, please can you guys hit the like button? Yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed that. If you subscribed, if you've not subscribed yet, then consider doing so. As you know, we're live every single day, watching games of football with you. That's what we do here. And we've got a great community of people who just love watching games of footy. So if you love that, and it doesn't matter who you support, then get amongst it. We've got loads of quiz questions in here as well, to be honest. And we're about to get underway for the second half. Why does that seagull look stoned? Carragher most own goals too. Yeah, Carragher definitely struggled when it came to putting it in his own net, didn't he? Love the Prem history. Well, we do something like that every single half-time, mate. Every half-time, that's what we do here. So, again, if that's your thing, then make sure you've liked and subbed. You'll get more of it. Jabba says, this is a tough stream to like, but I'll do it anyway. Maybe Brighton will score then. Everton fans cheering for the opposition. As you'd expect, that's what we like in footy. I wouldn't expect any less. I'll certainly be cheering Everton on in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Oh, sorry. Sore subject. Right, there you go. Diego Gomez gives a foul away. He's on a yellow card as well, him. Lucky boy. Alfie says he's got more goals per game for West Ham than half our strikers. Come on, Liverpool, says Ryan. Yes, that's what we need. Here's Salah. Good turn from Mo. Does well there. Can he get to it? Really good play from Mo. Into the box. Do you know what? If that was Mo of last year, he'd have 1,000,000%. Oh, Mo. If that's Mo of last year, he gets into the penalty area there, doesn't he? He gets into the penalty area there. Oh, no. Andy, don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Don't do it. Toffee Blues, how's it going? Jabba says, me an English trophy. Never mind, it's the last one we won. Yeah, 95. Was it 95? I forget. Andy says, I'm hoping for a Brighton second. Brighton second? Oh, second half goal for Brighton. Wouldn't expect any less, mate. 2-0 you're going for in this one. Vert showing his class. I mean, to be honest, Vert hasn't had his best game tonight. It's not been vintage Florian Vert, I don't think. Madhouse, I've got it. Is it David James? You've just about, yeah. You got it in the end. Brendan, Jesus, you really hate Mo Salah, don't you? He would have got that, though, wouldn't he? You know he would. You can't deny it. You really love Mo Salah to a fault. And you argue I hate him to a fault. But I disagree. I just think that's a sign of decline from Mo Salah. He would have 100% got into the penalty area with that one. Government name unknown says 5-0 if we put Kirkes at left wing. Get him forward. Get him on the ball more. Alfie says, I'll see you at full time. You're about 45 seconds in front of my telly. I don't know how. Are you watching it on TNT? Alisson over to Curtis Jones. Curtis playing at right back tonight. Alisson. Oh! It's going to be a goal kick. Diego Gomez got to Alisson first there. Yawn says, any thoughts on Arsenal bottling it again? Not really, no. I think City have done well to close them down, and inevitably Arsenal will drop points in the running. City will probably drop points in the running. It's going to be an interesting couple of months, isn't it? We'll be live for them all as the season goes on. But we've seen Arsenal do it before. We've seen City do it before. To come from behind and win a title. We're yet to see Arsenal really get in front and keep the noses in front all the way and withstand the pressure. It's going to be very difficult for them to do it. Can they do it? That's the question. It's a mental case more than anything else. It's a case of have they got the resilience to do it? Here's Wirtz into the area. Dancing into the area. Should get his shot away a bit better. Alex says, IQ, when are you starting the podcast with the other Premier League teams' fans? Soon as I'm able to get 3 or 4 of them to commit to a specific date and time. I've got a lot of people who've shown interest who want to do it, but it's like getting 3 or 4 people all of a sudden to jump on at short notice. And I think that's maybe why... Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. It's just difficult. It's difficult to get everyone kind of all queued up and lined up together at the same time. You need to be able to align diaries. It's almost like I need a PA or something to actually just book people on. And it's just me. The channel's not big enough for me to just coordinate everyone's diaries. Brendan says, what about his assists from corners since he came back from the AFCON? Unbelievable. Here's Wirtz. Back to Szoboszlai. Go on. Great ball in. Poor that. Mo Salah didn't grow 4 foot to get it in. Disappointing from Mo. Alfie via a different viewing. Sorry. I've got you. Understood. I mean, to be fair, Alfie, if you want, you can head over to the other place that starts with Y, and you can pause me so that the seconds on the clock sync up with the seconds on yours. At least then, there's no, you can pause me at that point. You can still watch the game and still participate, but it's up to you. It's your call. Excuse me. Government name unknown says, imagine if Szoboszlai scored from there. And Rasta Veladon says, the big game for the title is when Arsenal plays City. I think you'll play City a few times left this season. I don't think it's just the once in the league. I think you might well play him in the Champions League too. Keeper's going to give me a heart attack. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be a little bit sharper on his toes there, Alisson, hasn't he? But Brighton are knocking it around a bit better second half here. Liverpool look a bit tired. Does it not look like we're a little bit tired? There's no press, which I understand. Maybe the idea is to conserve energy, given we've got such a small squad at the minute. The idea maybe has to be, let's just... Oh, Kanate down. That's the last thing we need. Oh, please get up, Ibu. We can't have you down, mate. You've got to get up. He's up and he's limping. Oh, no. We can't have Kanate going off. Stefan says, the Belgian league, key, I'll never learn. Always the Belgian league. Stay away from him. Brendan says, what unbelievable pressure from Mo there. Such a pity he was offside. And how did Canati manage to injure himself? I just think it was a little bit like the Endo one against Sunderland. He's like gone in for a challenge, but tried to keep his feet underneath him. And he's, Kirkes again there. Brilliant from Milos. How's he give that foul to them? Oh, Milos Kirkes, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. It's a great tackle from Kirkes. He gets in front and then gets dragged back. Sickening. LG, what's the score? It's 1-0 Liverpool currently. We've got 40 minutes left in the second half. Brighton free kick. Opportunity for Pascal Gross to put the ball in the box. Desperately need Liverpool to get a second, I think. We're going to need a second to kill this game off. Rasta says, I told you, Brighton is going to give you guys a game after the half. They've started well. They've started the second half really, really well. Over to the far post. Good header. Must be. Oh, what a clearance. Keep him out. Oh, my God. Shot from distance. Brighton. Strike. Miles over. 2 points for Wigan. Oh, Alisson Becker. It's a great save. I think it got played over to Dunk at the far post. It was Dunk. Dunk heads it back across the face of goal. What a save from Alisson. And Canate completes the clearance. Well done. Really well done. Nathan, how's it going, mate? I'm good, thanks. How are you? LG, what do you think of Igor Tudor to Spurs? I think they were fishing in a very small pond because I don't think there was too many managers that would accept a 6-month appointment. Good pass from Canate. Well done. And then Curtis gives it away. Soberslai too. Gotta get out to him. Gotta get out to him here. Us easing off never goes well, says government name unknown. We need to take back control of the game. Allison claims that one. Brendan says, put Mo centre-back if Canate has to go off. He won't let us down. And Stacey, MUFC, says, yes, Shell, it's 23rd of February, Monday night at 8 p.m. Yeah, Everton United coming up at the Hill Dicko. We're going to be live for that one. Ryan says, breaking news, Burnley to call time on Parker. Have Burnley sacked him? Have they sacked him? Not bad. Hope we keep a clean sheet here. I said 2-1 before the game. I still think Brighton might get one. They've started the second half really well. They've just stepped up the tempo a little bit, and we look knackered, to be honest. Do I think Poch will be Spurs manager in the summer? Listen, there's certainly rumours doing the rounds, isn't there? And I think what's happened is Spurs have had conversations behind closed doors about, right, what do we want this to look like next season? And I think they've got their manager for next season, and it might well be that it's Glasner, and Glasner's got an intention to see out the season with Palace. It might well be that it's Poch, and Poch has got the intention of managing the USA at the World Cup. It might well be that it's Iraola, and Iraola's contract expires at Bournemouth at the end of the season. So it could be any of them. And I think they've got those players lined up. Soberslai must be. What a Liverpool goal that is! Mo Salah with a little cushion as well, and that's a brilliant goal. It's 2-0 Liverpool, and that should be that. Liverpool into the 5th round. Yes, baby. Oh, yes. What a goal. What a goal that was. Little switch of play. Mo Salah. That was like Brazil's 70s. Just Jairzinho laying it off to Carlos Alberto. That's exactly that sort of goal. Lovely little pass, and Soberslai rattles it in the top corner. Oh, yes. Love that, baby. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Great switch of play. Mo Salah, he's onside. It's a lovely little cushion pass. It's the one thing Mo Salah's done well since he's come back from the AFCON. It's a great pass. Salah right-footed. He's not got a right foot, but he used it then. Oh, Soberslai's got a right foot, though. Fucking hell. Absolute. He hit that one like a traction engine. Shit! Did you see that? That was liquid football. Government name unknown. Whole pub is clapping. That's how you play football. Apparently Arne Slot plays negative football, everyone. He plays negative football. I've never heard such nonsense. What a goal that is. It's the best thing Salah's done all season. It is. It's great stuff. Andy, surprised you haven't got Phil, Chris, Jimmy and Sam cheering you on. You're joking. I think they'd rather be anywhere else than cheering me on. Too busy giving it a bit of that. They're probably one of the trolls. Stacey, easy 3 points for us then, Shell. Hey, Stacey, listen, the Hill Dicko has given 3 points away to pretty much everyone that's gone there this season. But for once, I'm going to be cheering on Everton. It's going to make me feel dirty and grubby, but I'm going to be cheering Everton on that game next Monday. Government name unknown. Oh my God, I love watching us pass around like we're Barcelona. It's a corner to Liverpool here. Maybe we can do both. Oh, maybe we can pass around like Barcelona, but we can also score from set pieces like Arsenal. We can be boring, and we can be liquid football as well. Get you a team that can do both. Shell says, prob Stacey, since we took 3 at your place. Yes, Shell. Love that, with 10 men as well. United will be looking for revenge against the Ev in that one. But Moyes does quite well against United, doesn't he? Mo Salah class, says Smash Mermaid. So yeah, all the Mo Salah fanboys will be all over that one, won't they? Mo Salah with another assist. Yeah, he didn't make that. Ryan says they're set to sack him, Key, but the Burnley owners are making a decision. Ah, okay. Shell says you've got to wear an Everton shirt or a scarf, Key. No, I can't do that. Brendan says, what an effort from that corner by Salah. And Dino Dougal says, can do both except qualify for the Champions League. I think we'll qualify for the Champions League. Easy peasy. Right, Mitoma and Minter about to come on. The two Ms for Brighton. Mitoma and Minter. A bit of energetic wing play from the Seagulls. Wonder if they're going to come on for it. I would imagine Diego Gomez goes off, given he's on a yellow card. Not sure about who else though. Soberslai. What a pass that is from Soberslai. Is it going to get to him? Oh, over to Chiesa. And he's got to change his studs there. Come on, Chiesa. You can't be going down like that. Jabba says Key's going to be a blue like Jamie Carragher for that match. Dino says, hope so. Can't have United qualifying. Yeah, United aren't qualifying for the Champions League. If they are, it's at the expense of Villa. I think that United are going to get either 5th or 6th. Thanks for ruining my weekend, Liverpool. And LG says, who would replace Scott Parker if he gets sacked? Probably someone like Ruben Selles. Or, I don't know, someone who's like... There's not really anyone that I look at and think... Maybe someone like Cifuentes. Could Cifuentes come in who's just got the job at Leicester? It's just going to be someone who's ready to take them back up in the Championship, isn't it? It's not going to be anyone who's got any ambition of keeping them up. There's no way Burnley stay up. They're certainly already in planning mode for the Championship next year. Ball in. Must be Kirkes. Salah. Oh. Mo Salah again. Missing big chances. Rasta Veldadon says, what happened to Baleba? Ever since he got that move to United turned down, his head has gone. His absolute head has gone, Baleba. He should have gone to United. He didn't get the move to United, and since then his form's just completely dipped. The Arsenal says, do you think City win the title now? No, I still think Arsenal win it. Arsenal have got the better team, the better squad. I'd say City have got the better attack and maybe the better first 11, but Arsenal have definitely got the better squad, the more resources, and that comes from spending the most money. If you've spent the most money, then you'll have the best squad, and they have definitely got the best squad, Arsenal. So, yeah, I think there's only so long you can continue to spend that money and not win a league. So at some point they're going to win it, and I think they probably do win it this year. Curdy, we're Liverpool in the Premier League. We are 6th currently, mate. 6th in the league. Government name unknown says, need to see a stat on how many chances Salah has missed this season. I'm genuinely curious. it wouldn't be very flattering for him, I'd say that. Rutter coming on 2, says Will, and LG says, to be fair though, after Parker sacked, Glasner is next to be sacked. The way it's going, yeah, probably. It is rather odd that Burnley are going to sack him after maybe their best league performance this season, winning away at Palace, but then, you know, they get knocked out of the FA Cup today at Mansfield. Baleba, Howell and Gomez off. Rutter, Minter, Matoma on. Brighton are throwing the kitchen sink at Liverpool here with 30 minutes to go. Cowlan, watching on the dodgy stick. Whatever works for you, mate. Salah is cooked. Well, he's not having a great time at the minute, is he? It was a good assist, though. Really good assist for the second goal. I'd like to see Salah get back to his best, but we're yet to see it. Anything approaching his best, to be honest. Big Sam to Burnley if Parker gets the sack. Is Big Sam even open to managing again? I'm not sure he is, you know. I think Big Sam's far more likely to... he just wants to be on the beach at this point. And fair play to him. Here's Gakpo. Good run for Gakpo inside. Over to Salah. This is more like it from Liverpool. Edge of the box. Soberslai. Great run. Oh, lucky. Wirtz. McAllister. This is much better from Liverpool. This is phenomenal stuff. The Arsenal says, can't believe Liverpool aren't neck and neck with Arsenal and City in the title race. Class team. I think the problem is, mate, we've just not got the bench for it. I think the squad is what's killed Liverpool this year. I think our first 11 is, if it's fit, is probably as good as Arsenal and City's, or maybe at least good enough to compete with them over a season. If it was just the first 11s, the problem is our bench is dreadful. We haven't got the players on the bench. We've been painfully exposed by injuries. And, we don't have the resources that Arsenal and City do. You look at the bench that City could bring on against Liverpool the other day, and it's a world apart from what we've got tonight. I mean, you look at young Kieran Morrison on the bench for us tonight, and Rio Ingamoa, and, you know, we're so stretched. We haven't got the ability to compete with these over a full season. Milos Kerkez playing very, very well, yeah. And Will says, when Liverpool make a sub, is it to kill the game off, I guess? I think if we make a sub, at this point, it's to maybe preserve energy rather than anything else. As long as we're still 2-0 up, I don't think the manager won't be thinking about making subs now to kill the game off. I think he'll be starting to think ahead of, like, you know, the next game. He'll be looking at Nottingham Forest and he'll be thinking about, okay, well, who's most in need of a rest at this moment? Who can I take off to give them a little bit of a rest ahead of Forest? Like, just an extra 20-30 minutes not in their legs can make all the difference. Joel says, can't believe you're not doing Brum against Leeds tomorrow. I might do, mate. I'm really not sure. I could be convinced of doing Birmingham Leeds tomorrow. Andy, no chance we're letting those Champions League positions slip. You say that, but I don't know. United haven't been terrific in a lot of them games, mate. Fulham, you were. I thought Fulham were pretty much their full value for a point at the end of that one. And West Ham again, you get very lucky. So all of a sudden, you've got 3 points extra than you should have, and arguably, unlucky. Arguably, it's not that much of a couple of minutes at the end of those games, and United would be 3 points further back and behind Liverpool. So it's on a bit of a knife edge. I don't think you could say you've got it definitively. You'll probably compete for it to the end of the season, given you only got one game a week. Out of everything, out of Europe, the Premier League is basically your cup final now every game. So if you don't win it, then if you don't get top 5, then it's astonishing. But I don't think United have necessarily got the squad for it. Government name unknown says our players need to stop going down because it's making me worry. And Sarah says, who are into playing? They're playing Juve. Yeah, they were 1-0 up last time I saw. Here's Salah into the area. That's going to be a foul, is it? No, Salah keeps going. Penalty. Claim for a penalty. And it is a penalty. It's a penalty for Liverpool. And it's going to be Mo Salah who takes it. And this is a huge opportunity for Mo Salah now. Pascal Gross not even complaining. It's quite clear that it's a penalty. Salah got into the area. Kadioglu went down holding his face for some reason. It's never a foul. It's really good play from Mo Salah. He gets into the area. It's a clear penalty. There's not even in question that. Not even in question. It's a clear penalty. Easy foul that from Pascal Gross. And now Mo Salah can put the game truly to bed. Truly to bed. Government name unknown since we've got Forest next. They were terrible in their last match. Missed like 30 shots. Well, Forest have got Fenerbahce first. And then they've got us. So Forest's next 2 games. One is in Europe. Vitor Pereira against his former side, Fenerbahce. We're going to be live for that on this channel as well. And also Liverpool in the Premier League. That's his first Premier League game at the City Ground. Forest against Liverpool. Going to be a really, really difficult one for Liverpool. We've not done well at the City Ground historically. I don't think it was a pen, but I'll take it. That wasn't a dive. You could see he locked his legs with him. He locked legs with him. That's a clear pen. It's a clear pen. Right, Mo Salah, come on. It'd be the most Mo Salah thing ever to sky this. Please score, Mo. Please score. I really want him to score. Salah! Yes! It's a fabulous penalty! Good lad, Mo. Hopefully that is the start of him getting back to something approaching his best. Because he deserves it. We want to see Mo Salah back to his best. He's such a legend of the club. We need him back to his best. He's been pretty much dreadful since Christmas time. Since the start of December. And tonight, he's got a great assist and a great penalty now. 3-0. There you go. That might just be the thing that brings his confidence back. It's a top corner. It's a fabulous penalty. 3-0 Liverpool. We'll take that all day, baby. NUFC Sam says, are you live for Karabag Newcastle on Wednesday? I am indeed, yeah. Karabag Newcastle on Wednesday night. And we're also going to do Galatasaray Juve before that as well. Maddow says it looked outside the box for me. Brendan says a virtuoso performance from Salah. Goals, assist work, rate, playmaking, the full package. You're his agent, you. This whole Brendan McElway and all that stuff, that's just nonsense. You're Rami Abbas, aren't you, mate? That's it. We know you're trying to just bump up Mo Salah in the eyes of the watching public. Reese says, not going to get a check on that. Can we have a check on that, please, sir? That's the new merch coming out. Can we get a check on that, please, sir? Sarah says, that's the first challenge, Madhouse. The pen should be retaken, in my opinion. They'll claim for anything, these fans. If Kirkes was faster, he'd be worth an extra 50 million. Andy, I see you're still as deluded about Liverpool since the last time I talked to you. Behave yourself. Why is that deluded? There's no delusions. There's absolutely no delusions there. Has he still got his Seagull hat on? Who would actually go there and do that? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand at Anfield with a Seagull mask on. Attention seeking. Joe, they're all over the place at the minute, shirts. Right, it's going to be Verts off for Joe Gomez. And again, this is what I was saying. Just about taking an extra 20 minutes out of the player's legs. Verts has played pretty much 90 minutes in every game we've played him so far. So I think, yeah, this is a good move from the manager just to just calm him down and keep him, get him off the pitch, get him fresh for Forest. If Kirkes was faster, he'd be worth an extra 50 million. I love him. I think he's brilliant. Jabber, you've never been to an American sports game, I take it. We're embarrassing to you lot. Yeah, well, I mean, the chants are. Oh, it's all gone quiet over there. There's really some bad American chants. You've rumbled me. I got inside info that Saudi League had scouts had a close eye on the Premier League Dad YouTube channel. It's true. It's true. Shell says, my bedtime, night, everyone. Have a good kip. See you tomorrow. Take it easy, Shell, yeah. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. And Rastavel the Don says, the big game in Europe is Real Madrid Benfica. I'm doing that one as well. We're live for Madrid Benfica. I want Kirk as left wing and Lewis Hall in at left back. And Tristan is lonely says some are very cringe for sure. We wear our favourite players' jerseys, dress up like cosplay, drink beer in the stands. You don't just drink beer, you have like full-on feasts at footy matches now. Whenever I've seen the American, like... I mean, you have hawkers, don't you? You have hawkers. Liverpool, do you know Liverpool? I think I've talked about this on the channel before. But my better half worked at Liverpool for quite some time. And they recruited, or tried to recruit, for some time, hawkers, they were called. Which is literally the people who walk up and down the stand. And like, do you know like in Family Guy? Butt scratcher here, get your butt scratcher. Basically, Liverpool discussed having those people with like the little, you know, the boxes sat on the chest sort of thing, walking up and down the stairs at Anfield all game. That was genuinely being recruited at Liverpool for one spell. And health and safety got involved and said you can't have people lingering in the stairwell. It's against health and safety. So yeah, it was ruled out. But now they still have those people, but they have them walking outside the stadium, and they have them with like big kegs of beer on the back and like a little, whatever it's called, a little gun type thing. So, yeah, I'll give you a free pint. Ryan, how's it going, mate? Will says Madrid Benfica will be a great watch. We'll be watching that one, yeah. Callum, what game tomorrow? Okay, 2 games tomorrow, mate. I've got Arsenal Wigan at 4 o'clock or 4:30, whenever it is. And then we're doing Napoli-Roma in Serie A. Some people are asking whether I should do Leeds and Birmingham in the FA Cup at 12. I haven't got it scheduled. I don't know if I will. I probably won't do that one, I'll be honest. I might just do the 2 tomorrow. Hot dogs, get your hot dogs. Yeah, exactly. Chiesa just be getting injured every time he touches the ball. And do they sell pies at US games? Pies? I don't think pies are really a thing in the US, are they? I mean, when someone says pies in the US, surely they're talking about like Mama's hot apple pie. Or maybe not Mama's hot apple pie. Maybe it's someone else's hot apple pie, but it's somebody. Pie's usually a dessert, isn't it, in America? Ryan, I'm currently scared as I'm doing a show in 13 mins and things are going wrong. You're doing a show in 13 mins? A show of what? What kind of show? Government name unknown says now Chiesa offside. Just sub him off. He's been terrible today. And Jabba says pies are only sweet for us, never savoury. Yeah, I thought that. And again, I've only ever been to Vegas and New York, but I've only ever experienced pies being sweet in the US. Joel says at least give us an entertaining game for tomorrow. Wigan will walk all over Arsenal. Well, if nothing else, Wigan will at least try. Salah, great run. Mo Salah's in. Come on, Mo. Make it 4. He's 1-on-1. He's ballsed it up. Traders 1. I wish you would bugger off to America. Bugger off. Bugger off to America. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. Inter Milan looking good. Yeah, Inter done well tonight against Juve. Vuyo says, shout out to Brighton for coming to Anfield and not low blocking. Strike over the bar from Minter. And Madhouse says, no steak and kidney pies at US games. That's ridiculous. Steak and kidney pies. Will says, who is Wigan's best player? Who is Wigan's best player? Are we talking about Wigan's best ever player? Or Wigan's current best player? Wigan's best ever player is a good question, to be fair. Tristan says you'll have to put pot in front of pie. I'm thinking chicken pot pie, beef pot pie. Yes. Ekatiki and Rio about to come on for the last 15. Salah is coming off. Yeah, who would be Wigan's all-time greatest player? Probably someone like, I don't know, I'm thinking like Ian Dazoo or someone like that, or Main or Figueroa? I don't know. Who would it be? I'm really intrigued by that. I mean, do you know what? I should know, really, because one of my best mates is a Wigan fan. Both. I don't know. I don't know currently, because they're a bit all over the place at the minute. They're just... Yeah, I don't know. They've got a lot of names that you'll recognise. Like, I mean, James Carragher, obviously. He's Carragher's son. You've got Callum McManaman, who once upon a time scored for Wigan in an FA Cup game, didn't he? FA Cup quarter-final at Goodison Park. Callum McManaman. They've got Isaac Mabea. Isaac Mabea, the Liverpool young lad on loan as well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who would qualify as Wigan's best player this season, or who they've got at the minute. There's quite a few, but I don't think there's any real standout player. Could be wrong. I'd love to hear a Wigan fan's input on that one. As far as their all-time greatest, I'm not sure. Salah, what a guy. Where's Andy? Are you still a shite with your FPL? Yeah, to be honest, we've not done FPL this year. I started it, but all I did was just... Hey, it's the same thing that happens with me every time. You know, the same thing that happens with me is I start it and then just forget about it, or I forget to make changes in like week 2, week 3, and I just go, oh well, I'll just give up then. So basically, the team that I've got in my FPL right now is pretty much the same team that I picked in the first game week. So it's probably garbage. Wigan would be someone from their FA Cup winning squad. Yeah, like Ben Watson. Ben Watson! Controversial opinion, big stadiums are ruining football. I think a controversial opinion is, ideally, I think they should bring back quotas to Premier League. I genuinely think what's ruining football is a lack of... the fans don't identify with the team as much anymore. Do you not think? Like, so, fans always love to see a local talent in their team. But it's getting to the point now where a lot of Premier League clubs, it's not even an Englishman in the team. So, it's just 11 foreigners, 11 strangers in a shirt that you... it's got the badge on that you like. And there's no real loyalty to it for a lot of it. So, and then you're being asked to pay an absolutely ridiculous amount of money for usually substandard football, substandard entertainment. And you see Arsenal fans and others talking about winning's the most important thing. Nah, it's not. It really isn't. You want to see entertainment. If you're going watching football, or even if you're just watching it on the telly, you have to pay an awful lot of money to watch football on the telly. Costs a fortune to watch football in any way now, whether you're going watching it in the ground or you're travelling across Europe to watch your team, or you're watching it on the telly. It doesn't matter. You have to pay a fortune. So you want to be entertained. And there's so many teams who just don't do that. Gakpo, great ball. Rio Engamoa. Oh, yes, Rio is offside. Oh, no. No, Rio. Do you know what? I bet VAR says he was onside here as well. I bet he was onside. If he's offside here, he's on. He's on as well. Oh, that's so shitty, that. That's bang out of order. Rio Engamoa, what a finish as well. Great goal from Rio. Fabulous player. Alfie says, too much tourism, foreign players, no homegrown British spine. Well, yeah. It's just if you've got to pay through the nose to watch crap football, and it's not even your team that's really there. It's players from all four corners of the globe who've got no real loyalty to your club anyway. I can understand people lose a bit. I can understand it. Andy currently sat viewing this from my bungalow in Chester. Lovely, beautiful. I don't even know, since I feel like Eze, Saka and Curtis Jones are the only players I know in the Premier League that are at their boyhood local club. Yeah. And to be honest, Curtis Jones probably isn't going to be at Liverpool after this summer. I think he probably goes. Summy, have you got no grannies to chase, Andy? She knows you well. She knows you well, sir, I'm telling you. I love that. I absolutely love that. Madol says, wasn't Wenger the first manager to field 11 foreign players? He was, yeah, that was 2006. Arsenal were the first team to field 11 foreigners all in one game. Jabba says, standing seats are coming back. There's discussion about adding them at Everton's stadium, and that goal Rio scored is what Gakpo's been trying to do for weeks. I mean, in fairness, Gakpo set it up, didn't he? I thought Gakpo did really well there. Gakpo did really, really well. And he's now gone over to the other side. It's all come from Gakpo. Robert says, tell me now, Key, we're getting Curtis. Maybe you are, yeah. Let's go Reds, let's go Salah. What about the MK Dons? What about him? How did these beat United? Because it's United. It's United, they're garbage. Got 10 minutes left. CSPER says you should be watching the Inter game. What score is the Inter game? They were 1-0 up against Juve last time I checked. Ekatike, that's poor. Should do better there, Hugo. Oh, wait, 3-2. Bloody hell. Inter 3, Juve 2, and Juve have had Kalulu sent off. It was a 90th minute winner from Zielinski. Good goal. Standing seats, you mean a terrace without seats? Yeah, effectively, yeah. Replacing seats with standing sections. Rasta says, fam, when we AFC play sweet pretty football, what does it win us? Nothing, honestly. So whatever kind of game we got to play to win, that style is what we're going to use. I don't think so, Rasta. Honestly, I think if you want to see it entertaining football, I think winning football is nice, but only if it's entertaining. I can understand why. Again, if you're an Arsenal fan or the fan of any club, and you've been starved of success for many years, as Arsenal have, 2 decades plus without a league title, I can understand why winning becomes the most important thing. But I don't think you've got to have a bit of both. And if I could only have one or the other, if it was winning and it was boring, or it was unbelievable football, but you didn't win anything, I would take the unbelievable football, but you don't win anything. Believe me, I would. And that's not rage bait. I absolutely promise you, I would much rather enjoy watching my team win 4-3 some weeks, but lose 4-3 other weeks, playing really entertaining football. I would much rather that across a 38-game season, and we end up winning nothing at the end of that season. I would be more than happy with that than winning 1-0 every week, and it's always offset pieces, and you're just passing it around, pass, and there's no risk. And hey, each to their own. If you prefer the latter in that, then that's your call. I understand it, but it's not for me. It ain't for me. Alfie says the West Ham are the last team to win the FA Cup. With completely British 11. True enough. Jack says, ask a Tottenham fan that and see what they say. Well, no, I agree. But Tottenham have been starved of success like Arsenal, haven't they? So, like I said, in the same sense, I can understand. If you've been starved of success, you would rather probably win by any means necessary, short term. But you wouldn't want to keep seeing your team play like that. You must have me confused with someone else. Listen to him. Naoni coming on. Naoni's coming on. MK13 says Pep's come to Barca if Hansi doesn't win Champions League this year. Do you think Pep would? I don't know if he'd go back. I think Pep's going to be done once he's finished at City. Curtis now. Over to Kirkes. Kirkes has been different class tonight, honestly. I think he's been maybe our best player. Brendan says agree, would take the 9 years under Klopp with no trophies because it was pure entertainment. That's what I mean. Like, honestly, I don't believe for 1 second that you would rather watch your team play boring football but win loads of foot. It just becomes pointless at the end. You want to see your team play good footy. Strike, and Van Dijk clears it away. Rasta says all teams come against us and park the bus with this low block. We mix it. Fam, honestly, ask Atletico, Bayern, Real, Spurs. Yeah, nobody's saying that Arsenal haven't played attacking football at some points. But generally speaking, I think it's a generally accepted consensus that it's pretty dull and dour. And even Arsenal fans say that, to be honest. It's very risk averse, isn't it? Through to the next round, get in there. Well, we've still got 2 more minutes left. Ryan says, do you think Pep will leave this season? I think so, yeah. I think the rumours are, like I said, the rumour seems to be that there has been a decision made on the 115, that there's going to be a decision announced at the end of this season. And it might well be that City win the league, but get relegated. Can you imagine? How funny would that be, by the way? How funny would that be if Arsenal got beat to the league title and then City immediately got punished? And they got relegated, but they didn't get the title handed to Arsenal. Or they did, but that's the worst type of title win, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, you finished second, but here you go. That would be the worst thing ever for Arsenal if they got beat to the title and then still won the league, but like by default. Well done. You got a silver prize. Government name unknown says Arsenal have been average attacking wise. It's their defence and corners that got them this far. True. Very true. Yeah. Harrison says, how's Sobersley playing? I thought he was sent off last game. No, he was sent off in the game before last. So Brighton was not Brighton. Sunderland was the game that he missed. Kieran says, when you play like Arsenal, you've got to back it up with trophies for the lack of entertaining football. That's true enough, yeah. And that's it. If you don't win every single game or you don't win every week, then it becomes pointless. Jabba says Arsenal getting the title by default would be quite funny. 3 stars, see you later everyone, have a great evening. Hit the likes please on the way out, thanks. Cheers, 3 stars, see you soon mate. It's Ramsey and Naoni coming on for Curtis Jones and who else? Naoni maybe coming on for, I wonder, Gakpo. There you go. Rasta says and win the Champions League on the way with also the FA Cup or League Cup. Cleo G says, funny because when Arsenal played entertaining football, they were bantered for winning nothing. Well, not by me, they weren't. And to be fair, the last time Arsenal played really entertaining football was under Wenger. Patrick Isabella, where do you stream, bro? TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, various other platforms, to be honest, but mainly those are the main ones. Rasta, great watch along as usual. Cheers, Rasta. You've been a great addition to the stream, I will say that, mate. It's really been good to have you in. Another Arsenal fan. But hey, it's good. It's good, actually, because it's nice when you see Arsenal fans come in and give me stick, and then I'm like, hang on a minute. There's a load of great Arsenal fans in the chat who watch every week, and we have a great chat about football, and we all have a bit of banter, and we talk football. It's good. It's really nice. Kieran says Arsenal have never played any entertaining football under Arteta. They've played a little bit more attacking than they do now, but I certainly wouldn't characterise anything they've done under Arteta as entertaining. No. Certainly they've played better than they have now, though. Excuse me. Oh, God. No. Absolutely not, Andy. Jabba says Arsenal fans on YouTube are mostly adults. I think that's the difference. Well, that's true. The Arsenal fans on YouTube tend to come on and have a nice conversation. They're pleasant. And we can have a discussion, a meaningful discussion. Whereas, unfortunately, we tend to get children on other platforms who are a bit more... What are we saying? Aaron, Arteta's first top 3 finish year, Arsenal will liquid football. Hence half the reason we rinse them now. First top 3 finish year, Arsenal will liquid football. Were they really? I wouldn't have said so. Again, each to their own. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I wouldn't have said so. I don't think Arteta's view on football really is conducive to liquid football at any point. McAllister over to the right for Calvin Ramsey. Ball in. Unlucky. Over to the far post for Rio Ingamoa. We got 4 minutes of added time. Can Liverpool add a fourth and really put a bit of gloss on this game? Nketiah in the area. Before Arteta started the dark arts. Justice for Chevy. Where do you think Salah's statue should go? In the dugout, under the Anfield sign, in the dressing room? Get him one everywhere. Look at that seagull again. Ree says, weird question, but can YouTube start automatically like streams that you're in constantly? Because I swear the thumb seems to be black, even when I forget to knowingly press like. I don't know. I have no idea. It's an interesting... I don't know, yeah. Really don't know. Andy says, how do we see Man United doing next season, competing for the Prem? I mean, that's a very clear cast, isn't it? No, I don't think United compete for the Prem unless you do something incredibly special this summer. There's a lot of players who are going to leave United this summer. Out of interest, Andy, as the United fan... Let's call you the head United fan in the chat at this moment. Which players would you expect to leave United in the summer? Xerxes? Does Bruno Fernandes go after, the whole Saudi thing in the summer? Does Bruno go? He thought the club were trying to force him out. I think he's been maybe your best player this season at points, hasn't he? So does Bruno finally go? Does Maguire leave? Does Lisandro Martinez leave? What's going on with... now you're playing a back four and not a back five. Do you have a requirement for Aiden Heaven, De Ligt, Maguire, Martinez, Yoro? It doesn't feel like it feels like you've got too many centre-backs to play that system if you go and play in back four. You probably need a left-back as well. Luke Shaw is all you've got at left-back. Dorgu's not a left-back now. I think it's quite clear he's better further forward, isn't he? Government name unknown says, this game was too easy, putting me to sleep. And Sarah says Chiesa is rubbish when he starts a game. And Aaron says, I think Bruno gives us one more year because of the back four, allowing him to push up. Do you think United and Liverpool will get the top 4 and 5 considering Chelsea's heavy running? I think Chelsea, honestly, have a better squad than either Liverpool or Liverpool or Man United. So I think the squad plays a really important part as the season goes on, and I think Chelsea will end up getting top 4 by virtue of the fact that they can call on better players in attack than Liverpool or United can. So suspensions, injuries hit us, we're knackered. Same with United. It's not the case with Chelsea. Aaron says, yeah, but their running is horrid. Multiple top 10 away days. Sometimes that can bring the best out of him, though. It's full time here, though, and it is Brighton 0, Liverpool 3 at Anfield. That's a wonderful, wonderful performance from Liverpool. Really enjoyed that. Good game. And what we're saying, sorry, Madhouse says Casemiro and Xerxes to go. Maguire is staying. See, this is it. There's so many players who I think will leave. And if United get Champions League footy, then potentially could they go and secure much better signings in the summer? Yeah, of course. But I don't think they do. I don't think they get Champions League footy. Therefore, their budget is going to be decreased. John T says Rio being robbed of his first goal at Anfield. Yeah, I thought he should have been given that one, but VAR, what can you say? It is what it is. If we don't get Champions League football, we will be left for dust for years. And Andy says, my opinion is Bruno, Xerxes, Dalot, Yoro, Maguire will all leave United in the summer. So there you go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 or 6 players you need to replace before you even get into adding to the squad and quality and all that. It's a lot of business United need to do. And I think that's going to be a really important part of the summer for every team. I know that's like really an obvious thing, but particularly for your Uniteds, your Liverpools, who are in a bit of a transition, I think Liverpool and United, the summer is so important. Jabba says, nice one, kid. I'd congratulate you if you went to red. And Madal says, United have only the top 4 to fight for. Exactly, and that means they should do it. They really should nail top 4, top 5, but I don't think they get it. I really don't. I think it's going to be a flip of a coin between them and Villa for top 5, or 5th place rather. I think Liverpool and Chelsea get third or fourth, one of the two. And then United and Villa will vie it out for 5th and 6th. Andy says Casemiro, Xerxes, Agate, potentially Maguire, although I'd like to see him stay, forming a good partnership with Martinez. Martinez has been terrific, hasn't he, recently? Yeah, I think in an ideal world, if you wanted to see United compete for the title next year, you'd want to keep Heaven, you'd want to keep Yoro, you'd ideally want to keep De Ligt and Maguire and Martinez, but 5 doesn't go into 4, really. You only really need 4 centre-backs, and I don't see any of those players playing at full-back or in midfield, unless you full-time decided to move Martinez into the 6. But I can't see it. I think Xerxes, Agate, Casemiro, yes, all would go. It's going to be interesting. It's a big summer. It's a big summer for everyone, and we're going to have to see exactly how it pans out. But yeah, listen. That is me done for the night. 124 says United competing for titles, laughing his head off. Yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close to that just yet. But Aaron, I agree, it is a big opportunity for United this summer. They've got to try and get it right, haven't they? They've got to get a bit closer. Right, I am back tomorrow. For Arsenal, Wigan, and Napoli, Roma. They are the big 2 that I'm doing tomorrow. Napoli Roma is on TNT. Arsenal Wigan, I think, is also on TNT, isn't it? Tomorrow. So I've got 2 big games, 2 big watch-alongs tomorrow. Monday night we're doing Girona against Barcelona. Be interested to see if Barcelona can bounce back from that hammering against Atletico Madrid. And then we're back to Champions League footy next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday we're going to be doing Wolves and Arsenal, I think. Either way, I'm going to be live tomorrow. We'll go through all the week's schedule. We'll talk more. We'll talk more about this result. I think the FA Cup draws on Monday as well. We'll probably be covering that. But yeah, let's carry on talking footy tomorrow. Have a lovely Saturday night, whatever you're doing with it. And I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure you've hit that like button. Make sure you've followed, by the way, if you've not already. If you want to watch more lives with us, we've got a great community of people. Wonderful bunch of fans, even though I'm a Liverpool fan, wonderful bunch of United fans and Everton fans and Arsenal fans who all give me stick throughout the live, plus fans from up and down the footy pyramid. Like Oxford fan there, good luck to you against Sunderland tomorrow, mate. Hopefully you beat them Mackhams. Only kidding, Mackhams. Right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely Saturday night.